What's up, Chuck?
I wish I had $1 for every time I heard that phrase. I left the lights on in the truck yesterday because it was dark and stormy and I was driving with the lights on, transferring some materials from the boat to the workshop and then back again.
Glad it wasn't me.
Yeah, well, it happens. This old truck, they disconnected the warning buzzer because there was a problem with the switch.
Hey, it's July 4th today.
Today's July 4th, and this is just one more small time delay. We're kind of under time pressure to get this job done, so I'm not going to be spending as much time polishing the videos and, you know, editing and doing all that stuff. We're going to still keep the videos coming so that you're updated on our progress, but I'm just not going to spend the hours and hours and hours of piecing them together and making them look as good as I can. Just going to get them up there so you can see what's going on, okay?
That's okay.
It's okay?
Yep.
You sure?
Yep.
It's all right?
Yep.
It's all right. Okay. Music. Some people for some strange reason don't like Quirky Dog.
I love Quirky Dog.
I think it's fun. But a lot of people didn't like it, or at least several people objected to it, so Quirky Dog is 86th. And what I propose is that our subscribers suggest new music to us.
But it has to be...
But it has to come from incompetech.com. That's not incompetent, that's Incompetech. Incompetech.com, Kevin MacLeod. Link in the description. So go to incompetech.com, click on the music button, and scroll through the hundreds and hundreds of selections that he's got. I don't have time to do it, so...
Well, we've done it before.
We've done it before. It's very time consuming, and we really just don't have the time right now to do that. So we're asking your help. Help us select some new music for this series, the Rebuild series of our videos. And if that works out, maybe we'll do it again for the next series. But right now, we just need some bumper music, opening, closing, and maybe some background sounds for the Rebuild series.
Or maybe we'll just do no music at all.
No music at all. Well, yeah, that helps too. That makes it a lot simpler. But anyway, leave your suggestions, title and link, if you can, or just the title. Again, from incompetech.com, music by Kevin MacLeod. The link is in the description. Now,
wait for that to charge, and then we'll...
charge. Well, while I'm waiting for this to charge, I'm going to go in and edit a video. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Oh, and we uploaded something today.
That's right.
It's July 4th.
We made the first installment of the Two Souls and a Cat available to all our subscribers. It was previously, for the last month, it's been up on Patreon. Part 2 is up on Patreon, so if you'd like to see Part 2, go to Patreon and sign up, and you can watch Part 2. Okay?
Cool.
All right.
Back to work.
Back to work. Looks like a nice piece of wood.
This is going to be a really pretty piece. Can't wait to get this all stained and in. That's going to be gorgeous. So this is the piece that goes underneath the settee.
That's the front face, for the starboard settee. Now made out of solid sapele. Sapele?
I guess tomato.
Yeah.
I know you're concerned it's going to be a little too heavy, but it's only, what, 1/4 of an inch more than the original piece?
Well, the original piece was made out of, I think, 8mm plywood, and this is 3/4 inch solid sapele.
Yeah. But it's sure going to be pretty.
Yeah, the openings are bigger.
And we're going to do the slatted doors for these as well.
I don't know what we're going to do. I have no idea what we're going to do with that. We may just leave it open, or we may put just battens in there. I think just battens.
Yeah, we can set up some, do we have some pieces? Hold
Hold that piece up there.
on. Actually, I want to do it this way.
So that's the yellow cedar. Not that piece, the other piece. And that's the yellow cedar door for the front of the, which lockers is that for?
This is, well, underneath the sink and the stove.
Oh yeah, those large oval openings.
So, I don't know. Hold
Yeah,
the other
but I think maybe just a batten to hold stuff from rolling out of yellow cedar like that.
How's that look?
Looks good.
Yeah, I don't know. We could do sliders. Well, actually, the doors are so large now they wouldn't go all the way anyway.
Well, I'm just thinking of putting a hook in the back
Yeah, and just
and
two,
to drop a batten
Yeah.
down into it to keep things from rolling
two
out.
battens.
One.
One would. I don't think one would be enough.
We'll make a wider one.
I suppose.
Okay, well, whatever you like, honey.
We'll figure it out when we get there. We got a long ways to go before that. So anyway, yeah, it's gonna look awesome.
This is the next part of our project. What we have here is the starboard side settee. This is the face that forms the front part of the settee. The lockers underneath. There are some doors that go in that are going to go in here, or battens or something. We haven't quite figured that out yet. But this is solid sapelli lumber that Andy cut out, cut to match the curve of the hull on the bottom, and it's flat on the top. And that's the face of it. Well, this is going to get a nice stain and varnish treatment. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous, beautiful. It's not quite finished yet. We have still have some fitting, the ends, after we put the bulkheads in, and some finishing on it. So other than the face being made out of solid lumber instead of plywood like the old one with sliding doors, an important modification is the frame. That's this piece right here. This, whoops, that's it. You can see there's no middle part. We were having a problem with condensation under the settee cushion. Because we live aboard and because it's Alaska, or even the Pacific Northwest, I suppose, we spent a lot of time sitting on the couch in the evening, and it would get some condensation underneath from our body heat, believe it or not, on that plywood piece, and the cushion's sitting right in it. So we got some mold spots on the bottom of the cushion. So how do we avoid that in the future? Well, ventilation. I'm going to be drilling holes in this piece and this piece, and we're going to lace this with a low stretch double braid polyester 3/16 diameter rope, like you might use for dinghy running rigging, like a halyard on a dinghy or sheets on a dinghy. And that, we believe, will provide enough air circulation underneath so that this will not suffer the condensation, and certainly the cushion won't be sitting in water like it was before. And then you'll just be able to lift this up and look down and see what's in the locker, so you know where everything is. Make it easier to get things out. It'll improve the whole storage situation. That bottom part of the hull is going to get lined with dry deck. The dry deck tiles, you pick them up, I suppose you can pick them up just about anywhere, Fishery Supply, West Marine, what have you. And they link together. You're probably familiar with them if you're a boater. They link together, and they provide a standoff from the hull about 1/4 inch thick with ventilation holes. And if there is any water running down the inside of the hull from condensation, we hope there won't be, but if there is, it'll hold anything we put in the locker up off of there. It'll also, if we're throwing tools or hard things in there, give it some cushion. They're made out of not too soft, but not too hard rubber. And so that should be a vast improvement. Above the seat is going to get the yellow cedar ceiling. Yes, the yellow cedar ceiling. This is one of the yellow cedar strips that I took out. We had a yellow cedar ceiling in the V-berth before. They're 1/4-inch strips that were ripped off of a 2-inch thick plank. And I got those, I forget where I got them. Probably from Eden Saw Woods down in Port Townsend. Yeah, that's where they came from. But this is the new ones, with the new ones. These are yellow cedar. They're a little bit thicker. They're 1/8 of an inch thicker. They're 3/8 of an inch instead of 1/4 inch. And they're just a shade wider, probably 1/8 or so wider. And they're yellow cedar, but they were sourced locally. So this is locally grown Alaskan yellow cedar that I bought up here in southeast Alaska and had milled up locally. And this is going to make the new ceiling that's going to be throughout the boat, both in the V-berth forward cabin and in the main cabin down the hull like this. So it'll be a yellow cedar lining going up. And there'll be a bookshelf up there and some other things, but that, and then the Settee frame. And the face piece that goes in front. I'm getting excited. This is coming together real well right now. And what I came down here for today was to take measurements so I know how much cordage to buy. Putting together my order for fishery supply, I have to order screws, nuts, and washers. I have to order machine screws to assemble the plywood bulkheads back in, and also that front piece. And I have to order wood screws to attach the ceiling. And of course nuts and washers and machine screws and wood screws. And I have to order the cordage for this. So I have to take the measurements, figure out how much I need. This end is wider, so we'll go with this end. Okay. Now I can go do the math and make my order.